Good morning and warm greetings from AJK College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Respected resource person, Mr. Ganeshan Maniyan, Director of Food and Beverage, Marriott, Pune. Respected Head of the Department, Mr. Jayan Pillai. My dear colleague, Mr. Muralidharan. Beloved students of Catering Science and Hotel Management. Indeed, it gives great pleasure to welcome Mr. Ganeshan Maniyan, who is an alumni of CSI Bishop Appasamy College, Coimbatore, and a proud student of Mrs. Bindu Ajit, the director of AJK College of Arts and Science, and Mr. Jayan Pillai, head of the department, Catering Science and Hotel Management, AJK College. And with great joy, I take pride in saying that Mr. Ganesh is my immediate senior in CSI Bishop Appasamy College. And I still remember those days we used to chit-chat in the corridors of the Catering Science floor. And he has grown by strength to strength. He has come up a long way, and now he is in a position as the Director of Food and Beverage in one of the world's prestigious group of hotels, Marriott in Pune. Mr. Ganesh joined the Marriott International in the year 2004 as GSA. He has got 17 years of experience in food and beverage department, and he has been part of three successful pre-opening of 3 hotels. And he has received the prestigious award. He is the winner of West Zone F&B Manager of the Year 2020, which was organized by BW Hotels. He was a runner-up National Level F&B Manager 2020, which was again organized by the BW Hotels. He has attended n number of workshops related to restaurants, bars, and event managements. And in 2016, he was the runner-up in the National Level Hotelier India Awards. So today with us, we have a stalwart in the F&B department. And it gives me even more joy and pride because he was my senior, and he has, as I told earlier, he has grown strength to strength. And he is I take the pride in even saying that he's from my place, that is in Nilgiris. And he even is a senior of my colleague, Mr. Muralidharan, who is from Nilgiris also. So, with great pride, Mr. Ganeshan, we welcome you on behalf of the management, principal, staff, and the students of AJK College. We welcome you, sir, for this session, and I trust the students, the young budding F&B managers will be taking a lot in the experience which you are going to share. So, thank you once again, sir. The session is yours.
Namaste all. Thank you for AJK College for spending this 1 hour with the students, and especially selected me to host this or do this session for the youngsters who are growing up and who want to get success in their career. First of all, I want to thank you, Ms. Bindu Ajit and Mr. Jain, sir, keeping trust on me and all the teaching of what you have done so far, and always I carried with me, and those learnings had helped me to be in this position, achieve this milestones. I'm so proud, and I'm so glad to attend this session and spend this quality hour with you, all of you. To discuss the insights of the hotel industry and the food and beverage. And I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to start with the presentation. Great. So what is the world going for? Where's the world going now? That is the question, right? Resurgence of hospitality industry post-COVID, how it is going to be is what I'm going to talk, and how we can recover, how we can achieve milestones, how we can, improve the industry by helping each other. Topics for today would be winning back guest trust, workplace safety, guest experience, expense control, food and beverage offerings, and hospitality unlock and way forward. What is winning back the guest trust? Winning back the guest trust is not a game. It's an emotion, right? A comprehensive approach to the addressing COVID safety measures. One that gives the guests the confidence to dine with us. Currently, all our guests are skeptical about getting out of their home, coming to restaurants, dine, get the experience of food and beverage or the hospitality industry because of the social distancing, the new norm, everything. There is a skeptical, there is a threat which every customer or each one of us, we come across. How we are going to overcome and win the trust of our guests? The key focus will be the new normal hospitality behaviors that minimizes person-to-person contact. So once this COVID started, how are we going to rebuild? How are we going to come up in our industry? How are we going to treat my customer? There are a few examples which I want to explain over here. Earlier, we used to have a menu, a hardbound menu, wherein there are lots of touch points, multiple people touch the menu. If you see in the image, a lady scanning the QR code. Because of the technology and the advancement, the menu is being uploaded in the cloud, and a customer, rather going through a physical menu where someone else would have also touched the menu, and the touching point, minimal touching point, by doing a QR code scanner menu, a customer can just have the menu in their app, in their mobile, just order from there. No need of a printing menu. One, it saves cost. Number two, it minimizes the touch points of other person. Cleaning standards for surface sanitization, something which earlier we used to just do it with a wet cloth or a Scotch-Brite or a Wonder Wipe. Now it's moved ahead, right? I tell my team, you guys are scientists. You guys are, like example, for table, instead of normal wiping cloth, we use a Wonder Wipe, wherein a solution which has been added. We use Ecolab chemicals. We use Virex for hard surface. We use Syrox for soft surfaces like your furniture, cushion, and things. So these are the things you need to talk to our guests. This is what we are talking to our guests, and people appreciate that these things were not spoken earlier. Earlier we used to speak about food, beverage, and stuff. Now we need to create the awareness to the customer. How we are handling this hygiene standard. Hygiene standard is the must and the topmost priority at this situation and post-COVID also. Maintenance practice that minimizes aerosolization of infection agents. So as I said, we use Virex for hard surface. For a customer can blindly believe that this surface has been clean and in its hygiene. All our cutlery, crockery is been, earlier it used to be 74 degree. Now we do it at 79 degree and above. The cutlery, crockery, the dishwashing machine temperature which we maintain. So these are the points which currently we are practicing, talking to our guests, saying that we are hotel is following the high protocol in terms of hygiene standards. We use proper sanitization method of all our cutlery, crockery, table, equipments, chair, cushion. The guest gets a little bit confident about saying that you see, you guys are putting in so much effort, and we see a turnover. Our verbiage is being changed now. We see people come and dine with us. Earlier, when the COVID started, the first 3 months was a nightmare. But after implementing this alternates and this confidence, the customers are actually coming to us and dining with us. So winning back the guest trust is very important. Winning back is not only serving food and beverage. No more, it is addition to that, it's the hygiene standards and how you scope up with the new normal. So this is something everyone need to read. This is a very depth subject, but I'm just touching over here for just 5-10 minutes. The new normal is the word. Standards, cleaning standards are the main key points when you talk to your customers. With that, we move on to the next slide, workplace safety. Earlier, we work in five-star hotels, right? We get fascinated about shaking hands, giving hugs, shoulder to shoulder type. So now things have changed. If you see in the image, the standards have changed. Namaste is the new normal now. Our olden practice, but this is what everyone is practicing at work. Customers are appreciating, especially in India, when someone say namaste or namaskar, people appreciate the effort. This is the new normal for us. Associate, like in our workplace, all associate wear PPE kit. PPE kit is your hand gloves, face mask, and your face shield, as shown in the image over there. Our hostess desk earlier used to have either a iPad or a reservation diary. Now, if you see, we are having an awareness board which says social distancing, sanitize your hand, face mask, and Arogya Setu app, which is very important. We check all these four things when a customer enters a hotel or restaurant. It's mandatory to have hand sanitizers, which is 70% above alcoholic, liquid-based sanitizers in all our area. Every site station has this kit. So this is something in a workplace. In a site station, earlier we used to have cutlery, crockery, jam, butter, napkins, glass. Things have changed. In addition to that, there is a sanitizer which is being placed. So the associate, the staff which is working that particular area, sanitize their hand in every time they approaches the site station. Our credit card machines are being cleaned after every transaction using Virex. Our bill folders are being used with a chemical agent to make sure that no bacteria is stayed back in the thing one post the billing of any table. We also introduce a QR code payment method, that is either through Google Pay or a QR code payment, which a UPI payment, where guests appreciate this now. Less of cash transaction, less of human contact, less of touch points. Even with staffing, we have staggered shift for all our associates to adhere the social distancing norms. The social distancing is 2 meters. 2 meters, times comes difficult, but by having thoughtful duty roster, staggered shift timing for the team members will help us to maintain the social distancing. At the same time, we need to keep an eye on what the customer experience is, everything is getting on time or not on time. With the workplace safety, I go to the next topic, which is the guest experience to be our priority. As you see in the image, there is a menu, there is a beverage trolley, there is a couple dining in a room. So for every guest, we curate a menu. So understanding the privacy and the social distancing. This is a new concept which we had come in our property, which has been popular, and most of the Marriott property is getting revolved around this particular concept, which is called as en-suite dining. Safe and sanitized environment for the dining at the guest room. A guest no need to come to a restaurant to come and sit and dine. Rather, we create a restaurant in the room by adding a table and 2 chairs with proper table layout, wherein the couple or family can sit over, can have their meal, like having a private dining meal. This is getting popular in the market now, and people appreciate. Have a beverage trolley set and put it in their room. When whatever you consume at the end of the meal period, or when you do the clearance, you charge them accordingly. And it's an impulse buying. It also helps us to upsell beverage, right? And there is a premium when you do an en-suite or a in-room dining with a table restaurant concept, which has been very popular now. Everyone are getting, everyone getting excited, and this will be a learning for students who are moving forward, who are going to join the industry. This can be your key points when you guys give interview. What new things you can do? These are the things which you can discuss, or you can give us an add-on point during your interviews. And with the guest experience on top priority, we go to next to the food and beverage operation. Earlier, as hoteliers, we do only take care of banqueting, bar operation, restaurant operation, coffee shop, room service. That's the maximum we have revolved around. Or once in a while, we do outdoor catering for big corporates. Now things have changed. This COVID had taught us so much that we had gone into a different vertical of home delivery, where Zomato and Swiggy are pioneer in this particular module. But with 130 hotels in India, we have like on 79 hotels participate in this home delivery currently, and the success is humongous. Even the online partners who are pioneers could not able to generate those revenues. This all came because of the database what we have in our hotel, the team connect, calling back the guests, asking them what are their preferences, do they have any meal preferences, any birthday, any anniversary celebration. And this home delivery concept is getting very popular by all five-star hotels, especially Marriott India is doing a great job in it. On an average, the hotel which I work, we do 55 lakhs on home delivery, wherein when we used to have normal operation, we used to do a lakh or 2 lakh rupees as a delivery for corporates. See the business module where the opportunity over here. The corporate meals and hampers. Now every customer is having meetings sitting at home, work from home, and they're having their online meetings. When they do online meetings, we come up with module, we approach corporates, we ask them, while doing online meetings, do you don't think that you need to treat your team members with a meal? We will do it. Marriott, JW Marriott Pune will do it for you. And one customer appreciated it, and that become our base model. And we keeping that, we approach to other customers as an example, and it is working very well. Weekly once we get a bulk order of 200 meals while they're doing conferences. Yes, it's a very tedious job. We run our cars, we run our team members carrying 10 boxes in individual car, going to different address and home delivered to their residence and on time. So this has been appreciated by corporate. This is again a new thing which we also never thought about when you used to have a normal operation or normal life before COVID. Food truck. This is getting popular. It's the 4th week of the food truck which we have launched. As in a hotel, none of the India hotel has a food truck. We have launched this, and the food truck is gaining very popular in the local market. We have covered 30% of the residents in Pune. We cover Friday night, Saturday lunch, Saturday night dinner, Sunday brunch, and Sunday dinner. We go to the housing societies wherein the minimum capacity of 200 plus flats, apartments. It's getting very popular. We're doing an average of 55,000 per meal period, which straight away gets a top line by close to 12 lakh rupees in a month. So this is again a new thing. It's apart from what we do in the hotel. En-suite dining, I did explain in my previous slide. That's creating a restaurant in your room, getting a table, because most of the hotel has a working table and a bed and a sofa. We create a restaurant by adding a restaurant table to it. And couples, families, everyone appreciate this. Dine-in package. Earlier, a customer who walks into a hotel, comes dine in a hotel, and he goes out of the restaurant happily. With current lockdown situation, the restriction with government not allowing non-resident guests to come and dine in your restaurants, we come up with this package called dine-in package, wherein a customer can register them as a hotel guest. While they enter, they do a small registration for 2 minutes. They will be registered as a hotel guest, and there's a minimum package we charge them, and they can go and dine in any of our restaurant and experience the food and beverage. Earlier, a guest has to just make a reservation and come. Because of this lockdown, the challenges, the government norms, not allowing non-resident guests to dine in any of the restaurant was a challenge. We came up with this plan, and this is working out really well. On an average weekly, we do 3 lakhs from this package. We do festival promotional menus. Earlier, we used to do food festivals only at the restaurant on the bar level. Currently, we are doing virtual food promotions. To name it few, we did Punjabi, we did Iftiar, we did couple of other Mangalorean, we did Sindhi promotion, and it is getting very popular virtually. Virtually, our customer database is very high. We do paid boosts through Facebook, Instagram, and this has helped us a lot into generate more revenue, more guest database. And virtual food promotion is something we discovered during this lockdown period. So the creativity is humongous, which if every one of you guys put in their thoughts, sit for a while and think over, you can come with some crazy ideas. But again, if whichever hotel or whichever institution you work, you have to consult with your other team members to implement these things. We have theme menus. Currently, we are running a IPL menu, which is again named against every IPL team, and it's getting popular. It's getting popular. It's just been a first week. We see a little bit growth there, but it's in a good IPL. Normally, we used to do IPL in a bar. We used to do beverage package and a snack package. Now we're doing it virtually, wherein combo meals. You have, combo meals will have your starter, main course, popcorns, Pepsi, other beverages. In addition, we also add a DIY cocktail, which is called do-it-yourself cocktail. The hotel makes the concoction of the cocktail without the alcohol. We charge it as an X price, and the customer buys it, and at home he has his alcohol. While we're watching the match, he mixes his drink and have it with ice. It's again a unique thing. Online partners for food delivery, I did spoke. We have Zomato, Swiggy, Foodpanda. There are multiple online partners who are pioneers in online deliveries. We are, all hotels are getting tied up with them. They do contracting for years and make sure that the food and beverage operation revolves without any stoppage. We do some great stay packages, wherein earlier a guest has to pay 15,000 rupees per a room. And whatever your dining expense would be an extra. Currently, we are come up with a stay package where it says that you come and stay with us and you get a credit of 6,000 rupees food credit. So a customer can order a room, book a room worth of 13,500, for example, and get a meal value of 6,000 rupees at no additional cost. So again, this has been encouraged. We see our occupancies are increasing by this because there is value for money. Our loyalty program, which is the Club Marriott, working well. The other hotel partner chains have their own loyalty program. Loyalty program is one of the key success for the hotel's food and beverage operation or its growth, revenue growth. Contactless dining, we discussed about the QR codes. The service sequence has changed totally. Earlier, for everything, an associate used to go to the table, serve to the guest, or pour water and everything. The new normal is changed. Now the bottle is just kept on the table with a verbiage saying that at your convenience, please help yourself. Owing the social distancing norms, we recommend you to serve it yourself. Earlier, if a guest orders for a la carte order, the entire food goes on a tray and placed in the table, and the associate starts serving. Currently, we go place a tray jack with the entire food on the tray, and we recommend the guest to enjoy a family-style meal. Customer are appreciating that the hotel team or the team is taking efforts considering their health and safety, which is something the service sequence has changed. What it has to be early, there should be minimal contact. Yet hope I am not going fast and I'm in a correct pace, Jonathan.
Yeah. No worries. You're on the right pace.
So with that, with food and beverage operation, what is the new normal food and operation? We move on to expense control. While we focus to get more revenue, do more customer engagement and stuff, expense control is something which is a key success for any organization. What is expense control? Finding creative approaches to cut cost. Cut cost doesn't mean that you put less of ingredient or minimal quantity of ingredient, or you cut down on staffing, or you cut down on any other guest experience which will affect guest experience. Cut cost means having thoughtful ordering of your CGS, ordering of your perishable and non-perishable items which is required for your day-to-day operation. Work with lesser resources, manage unknown risks, strike a healthy work-life balance, have meaningful guest engagement, and brace ourselves for the new normal. I said cutting costs is not about getting rid of the team member, or cutting costs doesn't mean that you don't switch off the AC. Cutting costs doesn't mean that you will not pay salary. For an example, cutting costs means having a thoughtful, like in our hotel we have 11 restaurants, include plus banqueting and room service. What we do is we have one common food and beverage store. whereas one manager has been assigned to order your stationaries, office supplies, operating supplies. In that, instead of having 11 or 13 different requisition and because every order will have a minimum order quantity, by combining everything and putting into one store and maintaining it, we maintain it as an F&B guys, we do it. When we do that, we see a large amount of saving over there. We ensure that team members works for 9 hours. We ensure that team members take their weekly offs. We ensure that team members take their monthly PL on time, the paid leaves, so that your burden of carry forwarding that will not be there. Planning is the key success for this. We do also do inter-department help. We call housekeeping guys to help us during busy operations. Multitasking, and earlier an associate used to take care of only a table or take care only the buffet. Now we have trained them how to handle cashiering, how to do store requisition, how to pick up a store. So we are making a, we have to get into this multitasking skill, and it's a key success again for your own growth and for the organization growth. Again, said reduction of cost in key areas, services like HLP, it's your eat, light and power. So we need to make sure that, we control our cost. Wherever there is no guest movement, wherever there is no human movement, your electricity is being saved. Unnecessarily AC is not on. Your gas range, while even in your college when you do practicals, have the range on or keep in a high flame when it's only required when it required cooking. Otherwise, have it minimal or switch it off. Trust me, your practical room in your college will teach a lot when you get into the industry. That's how I've learned. That's how my mentors have taught us. And I would like to, mention this over there here. Packaging cost is very high for us. And said, we did a combined guest supplies and operating supplies requisition. Our cost reduced by 1,84,000 a month. Almost 24 lakhs a year we are saving in our packaging cost. Entertainment cost. Earlier, any guest complains or any guest who have been regular, we used to entertain the guest. Right now, everyone understands. We no need to do entertainment to everyone. We ourselves, we don't entertain ourselves in the hotel because that's a cost utility of P&L directly. So these are the few expense control matrix or expense control points for your learning. But there is very a depth to it. There's a lot to learn from this. Today's world, we have Google and other online portals help us with the online courses and stuff, how to control cost, how to manage your costs and stuff. So there's a few things which I want to discuss with you. Moving with that, next we're going to hospitality unlock the way forward. Low cost, safe travel. Currently, our customers are very skeptical to travel. With international travel being banned or being paused for a while, it's very difficult hotels to survive. Hence, we, as every organization does this. That's how we come up with this, in-suite dining, your packages and stuff. So now this low customer, what customer is thinking? Okay, the minute I go to the hotel, I'm going to have I'm going to pay a big bill. Now we need to change that, and that's how. And we are as an hotel, as an organization, what we do is we communicate regularly with the customer about how safe traveling locally. And our local database earlier, they never used to stay with us. Now we have seen in past 2 months, there are customers staying with us because of the concept, because of the offerings, and plus the threat of COVID, and they can't travel to a Bali or a Thailand or a any other place or within India. But our the low cost safe travel means the domestic travel has to increase. To that, we need to offer multiple offerings which will attract the customer. Gateway trips, for example, people from close cities. For example, you are in Coimbatore. Gateway trip for Coimbatore would be a Pollachi or a Ooty, would be a gateway trip. So hotels over there or the resorts over there can really bank on doing some great packages over there, which will definitely unlock the hospitality industry and the tourism industry. Brunch at home, which I discussed. On a weekend, we see family who miss their brunch. They are asking us, your restaurants are not allowed for non-resident guests. We want to, we are missing your food. We are missing the, the chef's, special. So we created a brunch at home, which is getting popular among the city, and it's also been, most of the hotels follow this now, wherein we do a set package where it will have a starter, which will have a salad, appetizer, main course, soup, dessert, and per person we pack it in the way, very hygienically packed, very well presented, and that customer appreciate that. And every weekend we have some great numbers of brunch at home. Earlier we never knew brunch at coffee shop or at the 24th coffee shop or at your Italian restaurant was brunch. Now things are changing. We are delivering our restaurant experience at their house. So brunch at home, something which is a unique thing, which is going really well among our industry currently. We do celebrity chef cookout online, online cooking classes, wherein live cooking classes, wherein our executive chef, our master chefs do cooking on their specialities on IGT, Instagram TV, and other social media platforms. Guests are getting engaged, they're getting excited. They are retagging back after cooking the same food and retagging the hotel, which is giving a marketing mileages to the hotels. Close-knit celebrations is something which we discussed earlier. There are teams who have success with they have success in their sales, mainly IT companies. We have done a couple of success celebration at their home by delivering happiness hamper. We curate hamper as per their requirement, which will have a beverage, which will have multiple food option, which will have souvenir, which is personalized with their company name, brand logos, and everything. And this is getting again popular among all our customers, and hotels are getting benefit on this particular celebration piece. With that, I think I'm almost done. The hospitality industry has gone through many crises before and recovered. The trust is the pandemic is temporary and shall pass the industry and embracing itself for the new changes that will be seen once the lockdown is completely lifted. It's a small phrase I want to just share. So be positive. Things will change. The current industry people are putting in lots of effort for a comeback, and that will definitely help the upcoming youngsters who want to excel themselves in the industry. So be positive, approach with positiveness, look for opportunities, have creative ideas, share it with your team. You can do multiple things. So until you join the industry, there is a lot you can do. Participate yourself, join us an on-job trainee for any hotels. You learn more on your practical. That's it. I'm happy to take any question answer.
Yeah, Mr. Ganesh, we have some questions in the Q&A box.
First question was, what knowledge should a sommelier should have? A sommelier should have the product knowledge and a practical experience of that particular learning, or that particular skill what he is looking for. Theoretical is important, but practical, traveling, knowing things, going to the depth and learning is very important. So the product knowledge, depth of the product knowledge is very important. The next question is how to get a job on cruise ship. First, to get in a cruise ship, you should work on offshore, work in hotels, take the experience, understand what exactly you want to do. Because when you're studying a college, you will be learning all the departments, right? So you should first know what exactly you want to know, and if you want to get a chef, want to become a chef in a cruise line, have an experience in a hotel for a couple of years, you will have a great learning, and then you know exactly how to move to get a job and which cruise to move. Moving at that, the third question is, sir, regarding the topic taken first, the change that are implemented due to pandemic condition, will they be continued or will there be any alteration made to it post-pandemic? It's a nice question. That's the new normal, Vijit. It's the new normal. Whatever changes have been done might get slightly altered moving forward. But if you see the restaurant seating capacity, where normally in one of my restaurants had 330 covers capacity, now it's turned to be 170 covers. So it's reduced by 50%. So social distancing the new normal is going to go on for another few more years for sure. Understanding this safety and the safety of the guest and safety of the associate or safety of the team member. Social distancing is the new norm. Contactless dining is the new norm. So this is going to continue. Yes, there will be very minor change, but there is not going to be a major change in the future. And next question from Krishnajit. So how can we improve managerial skill in F&B service? To improve the managerial skill in F&B service or in hospitality industry, it's my personal learning or my personal advice. You should be doing the groundwork first. As a team member, you should be working, if you're working as an F&B service associate, so-called waiter, what you need to do is, you need to do all kind of job performance. You need to perform all types of job. Let it be store pickup, cleaning, buffet handling, night shift, break shifts, handling cashiering. Unless and until you don't have a
question,
you will not excel on a managerial skill. So first, you have your ground, your in simple words, you should have your base strong. For that, you need to perform all types of job which is related to your job profile. Learn from that, do changes to yourself, and then, when you move on with few years of your experience, it will automatically come to you. But knowing your base is very important.
Mr. Ganesh, there is a question in the chat box. It says from Shiva Prasad. Sir, is there any course to become a sommelier?
Yes, there are courses to become sommelier. I could not able to see the question over here. However,
yeah, it's in the chat box. Yes.
In the chat box. Okay. So there are courses for sommelier. Of course, there are, for example, the liquor companies like Pernod Ricard, Diageo, or any other wineries currently in India. They have their own online classes. The basic need for a sommelier is your product knowledge on, for example, for a wine sommelier, you need to have a thorough knowledge of wine, the regions. For that, you need practical experience. And wineries encourage youngsters to join their wineries as an on-job trainee and learn from there and become a sommelier. Most of the sommeliers, what I've seen in the industry is, they have grown up from a hotel, then a sommelier. They've joined a hotel, worked in a fine dining or an Italian restaurant, then they learned about the wine, they moved on, approached liquor companies or wine companies, and they become sommeliers. While it's a little bit expensive in abroad, in India, yes, you can still do a course, which will be thing, but there is something, there are multiple brands to it. Which one you required, you need to kind of find out. So there is the WSET level, which is wine and spirit, both combined courses. There is level 1, level 2. There are courses happen at Bombay, course happen at Delhi, course happen at now currently with situation, they do it online for everyone. It's called WSET, WSET. You can, the particular gentleman who had asked can do a little bit research, or I'm more than happy to help in terms of guiding the gentleman.
Honestly speaking, I'm so glad to deliver order thanks for this wonderful webinar. First of all, good afternoon to all who have been present in this webinar. I would like to thank Mr. Ganeshan Maniyan, Director, JW Marriott, Pune, for accepting our request. So I was so excited actually. I got Ganeshan's number from Mr. Inchili. So the day I called, immediately, without any hesitation, straight away, he said, "Yes, sir, I'm ready. I'll do." This was that itself was showing the kind of attitude he has towards spreading his experience or sharing his experience with the budding professionals. And that is a great thing to be acknowledged. I express my gratitude and thanks to Ganeshan for wonderfully illustrating this topic. It's so relevant, and you have done it so beautifully because you put things in a very crispy and natural format. It's one of the phenomena of new normal. Beautiful. Thanks, Ganeshan, once again. Take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Beverage, Director of AJKCAS College, for giving her moral support as well as being present in this session. Thank you, ma'am. It's the time for me to thank Mr. Jonathan. He's been so active behind the scene of making this a successful show. And Mr. Muralidharan, my colleague. All my students who have, like, this is becoming a series now, like 4 or 5 or 6 webinars are gone now. This is one among the, it is one of the best among them. So you students, I'm so sure that like it was really a fruitful session for all your students. So thank you, students, for being actively involved in this session or being present in this session. So thank you all once again. Have a nice day to all.